Hey, my music makers, how's it going out there, man? I hope you guys are in the woodshed. I hope you guys are got gigs booked, or you're working on it, or you're lining it up and getting ready, getting your seatbelt on, and in the woodshed and practicing and shredding it up, and getting ready to put smile on people's faces. That's what it's all about, right? Get out there and entertain. And so, yeah, things have been going crazy with me. I'm going to have a vlog maybe next week or the week after. Probably not till the first of the year. No, I'm going to do a vlog between now and the first of the year for sure. I want to try to do my vlogs weekly, which I've been trying to do. But it's been kind of crazy because of the holidays. But anyways, probably in another 2 vlogs, I'm going to break down and let you know what's going on with this venue that I'm booked at and what I went through. And I don't even know what's going to even transpire, but I'm hopefully for the good. And it's definitely bending that way, so that's good. But there's a lot of people involved at this venue, and a very interesting story. And I can't wait till it's all done and finished. That way I can give it to you, transpose it to you, and maybe you guys can learn from it, or or whatever. It's just it is what it is. So anyway, so what I wanted to touch on today is, a few vlogs back, I ended up not scrapping. I still have my monitors. I have like 2 wedges, a small wedge and a 2-way 12-inch wedge that I use for a monitor, right? So I use those. I've been using those for years. And why I didn't go to this before, it's just, because you're getting rid of it. And it's less equipment you have to bring in. So the only thing I'm bringing in extra is some, the cord to your monitors, to your ear monitors. So I've been using these ear monitors, these KZ something or whatever. They're not expensive. They're only like $48-50, I think, for the ear monitors. And so yeah, I've been using those, and it took me a little bit to dial in. I don't know how many of you guys, let me know below if you guys have recently went from outside wedge monitor to ear monitors. Some of you guys probably don't even use monitors. I know a lot of people don't use monitors because they use those line array speakers, Bose and whoever else, whoever else makes them. And the way they're designed, they kind of fill the room, and you can actually put them behind you a little bit. I wouldn't put it that far behind me, but I would definitely, I see how they do it. They kind of put it, offset it just behind them, just a tad, so they can hear themselves, because those speakers kind of fill the room. They're not directional speakers. So, and there's nothing wrong with those. If you guys are using them, knock yourself out, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you're not getting any, people aren't coming up to you going, yeah, your sound's a little funny, or this, that, and the other, or whatever, or they can't hear you very well, then maybe you should maybe get something a little bit more powerful and more of a PA. Even those are considered PAs, but anyways, yeah. So last month or so, or whatever, I bought the last couple of vlogs back, probably about a month or a month and a half ago, I bought those earbuds, and they're working out good. Now, I would go, what I did with the earbuds, I ended up, because they even tell you on YouTube, though, these guys that have they show you how to hook up your monitors and your earphones and stuff like that. So they tell you to get a amplifier, a headphone amplifier, a little one. You can get them, I think you can get them separately, but I got the ones with like 4 or 5 inputs on them that you can plug your headphones so other people can listen to or whatever. It's a little amplifier, because apparently in the board they not, maybe some boards are, I'm not saying they're all like that, but some boards don't have, they kind of just cut corners, and they don't really put a good enough amplifier or from the outputs of the board of the headphone. They're not very loud is what I'm saying. So they kind of let that slide, because some of these boards are made, you can get them so cheap, and they're great boards. They work great. I got a Behringer that I'm using on stage right now. Then I have another one inside. But anyways, this one here I'm using outside. But so what I was doing was putting using the headphones jack in here. They have a jack in here using the headphones. And so when you do that and you use the phone out to your headphones or your earbuds on stage, it's not very loud. And if you do crank it, you get a lot of noise, a lot of hiss, white noise when you crank it. Because like I said, I don't even know if they have it. There's got to be a little bit of an amplifier in here to get them to go out, to have that the headphone jack, but they're weak. So they tell you to get a little headphone amp. And so that's what I did. And I bought one, and I'm like, okay, cool. It worked good, and you got plenty of power. You turn I'm going to show you here right now. Okay, so right here, if you look carefully, right there, I have the phone jack. So like I said, you plug that in, you plug your earbuds in there. You can go direct in there, but like I said, they're not very powerful. This is a Behringer board. What model is this? It's the 1204. This is the model that this is the cheaper model because it doesn't come with the effects. But anyway, so use this right here. That's what I was using. And they say you go ahead and use that, because when you plug in there, you're getting the mix on your mains. This is the same mix as your mains in the back there, if you can see it. But anyways, yeah. So about that, well, like I said, the thing is, you're getting the mix, which is kind of cool, and you're hearing exactly what the audience is hearing on the mains, right? When you go through the headphones. So I've always used auxiliary in my monitor system on the floor when I had the wedges on the floor. So they said that's not idea to do, is hook up your earbuds to the auxiliary, and they tell you, now there's a way, and if somebody knows, let me know. But I decided to go auxiliary. But the problem is with auxiliary, it's a mono signal, and you lose one of your earbuds. It only comes out of one earbud. So that kind of sucks. But it doesn't, because I don't know. I ended up, I go, one night I'm not even going to bring the amp. And you don't need the amplifier either, because your output on there is a lot stronger than the headphone output on there. So, yeah. So I'm using this right here, auxiliary 1. Let me see here. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that. See my fingers pointing at it? My manly hands. I have my manly hands today. So right here is number 1. I have 2. I only have 1 auxiliary. I guess I have 2. I don't know. Oh, no, like I said, the second one is the FX. So you kind of have 2 auxiliaries. So here's your auxiliary here. These guys right here, the red knobs. Okay. So this is my vocal, guitar, drums, harmonica. Okay. So that's what I have it on. Anyway, so I'm putting this on. Okay, this is a cheesy review. I'm just kind of sharing with you. And this is how I'm doing it. So I am no longer using the headphones. I am using auxiliary. I'm only getting one signal, one side of my headphones. So I put it in my good ear, and I put it one in the other one. I just let it hang or stick it down the front of my shirt. So basically I only have one earphone in. So that's how I'm doing that. So anyway, so yeah, that seems to be working best for me. They tell you it's not an idea to do because you're only getting one side of the signal. Now, I thought I saw something on YouTube where I thought I said somebody, I don't know if you have to get an amplifier or get the right chords or what do you got to do, but I think there is a way you can get it in stereo, or even not stereo, but at least get both earphones working. That would be kind of cool if I could do that. So if you guys know how to do that out of auxiliary, and you guys already know, like I said, auxiliary is a mono signal, I guess. Okay. So yeah. And so, but anyway, so I only get it out of one ear, one ear monitor. So in the other one, I don't even put in my ear, which is kind of nice because I can hear the crowd better, or if somebody says something, I can hear better because my hearing's not good in this ear. It would be your left, my right ear. And then this one here is real good. This one is not so good. So I can hear good. And it is important, to try to protect your ears. I've been doing it for so long, though. I've had Marshall stacks behind me. I've had, JC 120s behind me. I've had Fender Twins. Those are probably the loudest freaking amp on earth, the Fender Twins. Anyway, so I've done some damage probably to my ears, obviously. But anyway, so I can hear good. If I'm in a room or a party or a bar or something like that or whatever, which I'm not at too much except for playing, but if or at a party or something, there's a lot of background noise. I have troubles listening. I really have to listen, and I really have to listen to people when there's background noise. I have troubles hearing. But other than that, when it's one-on-one with a person or just normal circumstances and not a lot of background noise, I can hear just fine. Anyway, so that's just a thing to just remember. Try to take care of your ears. And, there's probably a lot of channels, channels out there that talk about that. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm not going out of the headphone jack, even though you get it in the stereo and you get exactly. But what I noticed was I couldn't hear the drums, even though I have the drums kind of hot in my mix on the mains. But when it comes to the headphones, I don't hear them so much. It's really weird. I don't hear them that much. I hear the vocals. The vocals are like real loud if I turn it up and put the preamp of the headphone amp, and I'll turn it up. And the problem is like you get that, you're getting all of the mix, and the vocals end up getting kind of shrilly and really, wow, it takes your ear off, because I have my vocals always above my mix, always above the guitar, above, not a lot, but above, because I've seen that too many times. Some of these guys, they get out there and they're like, they're good and they're great and they sound great, but their mix is in the mud. Their vocals aren't on top. I don't know if that's a insecure thing, if they're insecure and they like to keep their vocals just a tad under. No, I mean, maybe in some songs you mix on the recorder, recording a single or an album or something, you're in there mixing. There is some songs where the vocals sound pretty bitchin' when they're under the rhythm section, slightly under. But for the most part, 99% of the time, you want your vocals on top. Vocals need to cut through. Vocals is what telling the story. But anyway, so yeah, I had to turn it up to hear the drums, but yet when I'd sing, the vocals would take the top of my head off with the earbuds. I'm like, shit. I go, fuck, that's not working. So That's why I decided to go in auxiliary, because you can control every track. So I'll just put, I'll bring my vocals down because my vocals are always hot. So I'll bring it down on the auxiliary on channel 1 where my vocals are on. I'll bring that down. And then, just have a little bit of guitar. And then the drums, I crank up on auxiliary. I'll crank the drums up because I want the drums to be, I need to hear the drums. I want to be in sync with what I'm playing. So, yeah. So the drums are on top in my mix. I believe I already thanked Andrew gave me a nice chunky donation. I thank you, Andrew, for that. You guys all rock. Just keep on rocking, man. And if you're not rocking yet, just stay in the woodshed, practice, get the songs down, and get out there and have some fun, because that's what this is about, having fun. And when you have fun, and because you're doing music, you're just going to soothe souls, make people smile, and make people have fun. And that's what that's all about. All right. So ciao for now, guys.